In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Monday night on Untethered Live Bible Study Night. I'm Jake Johnson. I'm your host. Tonight, we are in the great book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 3. That's where we left off last night. That's where we're going to pick up tonight. How are you doing? How's your Monday starting off so far? How's things going for you in the world? What you up to? Tell me all about it. It's good to see everybody. It's good to be here. It's good to be needed. Good to be wanted. Good to be somewhere. Gosh darn it. Amanda, you get the gold star. She says, hiya, chat. Good to see you all. Hiya, Jake. How are you tonight, love? I hope you had a good day. I'm ready for another great read tonight. Oh, I had a good day. And you're going to get a good read tonight. You can believe it. Bet your bottom dollar on it. It's going to be fantastic. Take a moment and hit that poll up that I lit up in the chat there. And let's see what we can get some answers here. Casey Jones, welcome. Do I like Deftones? Well, I don't know. I've never heard a Deftone. I like tones that I can hear. Sure. Yeah. Amanda says, here's your gold star. And hi, KC. How you doing tonight, KC? You doing okay? You have a good day so far? Everything going your way? Casey says, hey, Amanda. Smiley face and claps. Oh, we got 7 people in the chat. Hit that like button, everybody. It's right there in front of you, and it's effortless, and it's free, and it does all kinds of good stuff for us. So do that. My poll seems to be in the way. I don't like it. It's covering up the chat. I have to wait till it gets up above it before I can read it. Or look up. I ate yesterday's McChicken for dinner. Doing amazing. McChickens are good. I like McChickens. Nothing wrong with that. April Rain, how are you, sweetheart? She says, hey, that's a hard one to choose from. Well, it's your choice. Choose how you wish. How are you tonight? How are you and Kev doing? She says, hello, everyone. Good to see you. Much love. And Amanda says, hi, April. It's good to see you. Good to be seen. I am excited and ready for some Proverbs. It's going to be fantastic. I wonder. Pop out chat. There it is. Sorry, I'm trying to move the chat over so I can actually see it. There we go. April says, super cool. And Amanda says, everybody hit that like button, please. Thank you. Please do. There are 6 people in chat. There's 7 people in chat. There's only 5 likes. That means 2 of you didn't hit that like button. Hit it. Get it going on. It's going to be great tonight, I can tell. I can feel it in my bones. I got a nice hot cup of coffee. And I'm ready to rock and roll. I've had an interesting day. There's a button there. Been one of them long days. One of them working days. I did about probably 500 shirts today. I'm guessing. I don't know how many there were. There was a bunch. There was a bunch. But it's all good. Hit mine, says April. Hit your what? You hit your like button? Cool. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Also, if you're new to the channel, you can look down in the description and see our Facebook page and our web page and all that. Go check that out. Get to see all the different places we are on the internet and help support your local rock and roll / Bible study place. Take a minute to fill out the poll. There's 4 questions. Pick which one you like best. It's good enough. It's looking like comedy's going to get it. I'm not even funny. How about that? I think I can accommodate, though. That's what it's there for. Linda Davis. She says, hi, all. I hit my like button, Jake. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. How are you doing this fine evening? Are you ready for some serious words? Because I got them coming. Amanda says, hi, Linda. We'll go to about 8:40 and get started. We're close. Delicious. Put hair on your chest. Never worked for me, though. Look at that. Like a baby's bottom. It's all from here up. Love cummed. We will make it funny for sure. Right. Maybe you can bring some life back to comedy, says Amanda. I'll probably get canceled. What I think is funny, most people probably would get offended at it. But that's okay. I'll make it. If that's what you want to see, that's why the poll's there, to see what you guys want. And that's what I'm going to do. I finally got approved by Google today. So now all I got to do is cross the threshold and I'm there. It's all in motion. It's happening. Slowly but surely, but it's happening. Channel's growing, and we got so close to 1,000 subscribers, I can taste it. But I ain't crossed that line just yet. 1K is right around the corner. We might make it this week. I'm thinking we will. Wednesday or Friday. April says, also, I'm driving and listening now, okay? You got it, sweetie. Don't text and drive. It's dangerous. Where's Kevin at tonight? Is he sitting right beside you? Or is he at Gators? 1K and Wednesday is right around the corner. That's right. Right around the corner. It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner from me. Bum. I can't wait. I can't wait till YouTube finally pays out and I make a little money. That'd be nice. Going on 3 months now. Just collecting. I can see it, but I can't get to it. Healing good tonight. Go figure. So he's at the house. And he ate some soup, and I'll be there shortly. Well, I'm glad he's feeling better. What happened? Healing good. What did he do? Did he hurt himself? That came out wrong. He's not feeling well tonight. I got you. All right. So he's just sick. Okay. Well, we'll say a prayer for him, and hopefully he'll get to feeling better. Tell him we're rooting for him. Tell him to get up and turn his TV on. As I understand it, I'm on that thing too, right? Anyway, that's annoying. I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm in a good mood tonight. I'm not doing it. Nope, he's not feeling good. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better, Kevin. We're praying for you. Yipper, you're on my TV, says Amanda. Sweet. How does my head look 3 feet tall? Oh. All right, let's get after it, shall we? If you got your Bibles handy, crack them open to the great book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 3. That's where we left off. That's where we're picking up. Let's go down. All right. Can I have a book, please? Thank you. And it reads, "Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about the neck. Write them upon the table of thine heart." That's mercy and truth. Grab hold to it. Hold on to it with all you got, is what he's saying. Write it in your heart so you know what mercy and truth is. It's very important. "So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man." If you favor mercy and truth, you will build good, strong relationships with people. Then they can count on you. They can trust your word. They know that when you say something, you'll deliver. When you make a promise, you'll keep it. When you say something that's true, they can trust it because they know you as a human being. They know you care about that sort of thing. That's what he's saying. And remember, this is Solomon writing a letter to his son because he's becoming a king, and his son probably ain't going to see much of him, and he wants his son to know some things. But this is also, Proverbs means that everything has more than one meaning. This is also allegorical for how God feels about mankind. "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding." Don't rely on your own brain. Rely on God's brain. Rely on the truth that is in this book, in the book of the law, in the book of the gospel. Rely on that. Don't rely on your own understanding, because your own understanding, no matter how smart you are, will fall short. "In all thy ways acknowledge him," God, "and he shall direct thy paths." Every day you thank God and you acknowledge God, and every day he will guide you through the day. "Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil." Don't get too big-headed. Just because you got a little education doesn't make you smart. Don't think that you are. Don't think that you got a handle on the world just because you understand how it works a little bit. Depend on God and stay away from evil things. That's bad for you all the way around. "It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones." What will be? The law, the word of God. That will keep you healthy and keep your bones strong. "Honor the Lord with thy substance." No matter how much you make in this world, no matter how much you gain, use everything that you have in honor of God. Put him first in all things. "And with the first fruits of all thine increase," that's the best of everything you make, you dedicate that portion of it to God, the best of it. You can live just fine on the remnants. You give God the best of it. "My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord." Don't get upset when he punishes you, because God is punishing you because he loves you. That's called tough love. It's what parents do. They have to make difficult decisions about their children to keep them safe and to keep them on an educational path that will guide them into being good human beings. And God, if he loves you, he will punish you when you err. Don't hate that. Come to appreciate it. Come to understand you need that. "Neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth." Correct? If he loves you, he'll take the time to chastise you. If he does not care about you, you can get away with murder. He won't even look your direction, because judgment's coming, and that's when he'll pay attention to you. You don't want that one. "Even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth." That's what God thinks about you. Just like if you thought about your own child, that's how God feels about you. "Happy," there's that word happy. You want to be happy? Pay attention to what comes after that word. "Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding." Where do you find that? In this book. That's where you find wisdom. That's where you find understanding. This book will literally make you happy. "For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof finer than gold." You understand that? the value of what you'll get out of this book is more valuable than money. Even today, you will gain more insight and more knowledge and more understanding and more clarity than all the money in the world can afford you. She is more precious than rubies. This she is talking about wisdom. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Wisdom is the chief of all things you should aspire to be or to understand. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. You want riches and honor and long life? Find wisdom. Live your life according to a set of values. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. Wisdom. The Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth. By understanding hath he established the heavens. It's mathematical. These are things that can be understood. Even though you don't currently, they can be understood. And you can grasp that if you have wisdom and understanding. By his knowledge, the depths are broken up, and the clouds drop down the dew. Only a God that would know that that is necessary would build that into the function of things. My son, let not them depart from thine eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. So shall they be life unto thy soul, and grace unto thy neck. Wisdom and discretion, understanding, discernment. These are the gifts of God that he's listing out here. Then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble, if you have wisdom, if you approach life in a wise way. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet, because you have lived your life good, you've made good decisions, you've understood the world, you've met the day with grace and discretion and understanding, and you haven't done anything foolish. And when you lie down at night, you can rest easy knowing that you have handled the day properly. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh, and it will come. For the Lord shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Withhold not good from them who it is due, when it is in the power of thine hand to do it. See how that works? Don't ever not be good to somebody if you have the power to be good to somebody. Don't ever not help if you can help. Do help. That's what you're here for. Say not unto thy neighbor, Go, and come again tomorrow, and I will give, when thou hast it by thee. If you got a cup of sugar and somebody comes a knocking, give it to them. Don't tell them to come back tomorrow when you have more. Give what you have. That's why you have it, to give it. Devise not evil against thy neighbor, seeing he dwelleth securely by thee. If he trusts you, then you give him a reason to trust you. You don't be deceitful and forsake their trust and do something wicked when you got them under your thumb. That's the wrong way to do things. Strive not with a man without cause, if he have done thee no harm. Don't get in fights that you don't need to fight. Pick your battles is what he's saying. Stay focused. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the froward is abomination to the Lord. The downturned face, the depressed, is an abomination to the Lord. But his secret is with the righteous. What's the secret? I'll tell you what the secret is. Love God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and follow his commandments, and he will bless you beyond compare. That's the secret. That's why people that are Christians seem to have such an inner light about them, because they do. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. If you are just, if you are upright, if you are righteous in your behavior, he will bless your habitation. Surely he scorneth the scorners, but he giveth grace unto the lowly. Now, this word up here, froward, does mean depressed or oppressed, but it doesn't mean that if you have a chemical imbalance that God doesn't like you. That's not what that means. It means that people that choose that life, he doesn't like that. People that do it when it's not necessary, he don't like that. He likes you to have some gumption. He likes you to get up and fix things when you can. He likes you to pull yourself up. The wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. Don't be a fool. What makes you a fool? If you don't believe God exists, you are a fool. Hear, ye children, the instruction of a father, and attend to no understanding. Pay attention when your father is talking to you, because that's how you learn. That's how you gain understanding, by listening to the wise person in the room. So hear when he speaks. When he gives instruction, pay attention. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law, says Solomon to his son. I'm telling you good advice here. I'm giving you a good foundation to build your reputation and your personality upon. Don't forsake what I'm telling you to be true. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother, meaning he didn't spend a lot of time with his dad because his dad was a king. And that's what he's fearing is going to happen between him and his son, which is why he's writing this letter. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live. Listen, boy, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to skip all of the pleasantries and just get to the point. Listen to what I tell you to do, and you'll live. Keep my word, and you'll live. Get wisdom. Get understanding. Forget it not. Very simple. Go gain some knowledge. Go gain some understanding, and don't you forget it. Keep it in your head. Neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not. Forsake wisdom not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding too. Wisdom is the principal thing. That's the first thing you must learn in life, is to find wisdom, because wisdom will help you out of a lot of jams. There's a lot of wisdom to be learned. Go get it. It's out there. Just go collect it like you're collecting coins or something. And while you're collecting all that wisdom, gain a little understanding about how the world works. It'll do you well. Don't forsake the idea of learning. Don't be one of those people that are like, I don't need to know all of that nonsense. I'll just live my life how I want to. Well, that's the wrong move. Trust me. Exalt her, exalt wisdom, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. Embrace wisdom. She shall give to thine head an ointment of grace. A crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. That's what wisdom does for you. Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in right paths. When thou goest, thy steps shall not be straitened, and when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble. What does that mean? It means that you'll have solid ground to stand upon, whether you're walking or running, because of the wisdom I've instilled in your heart. Take fast hold of instruction. Let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life. Learn everything you can learn in this world. Gain all the knowledge you can accrue. Don't ever stop learning. Don't ever let school get in the way of your education, is what he's saying. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of the evil man. Men, avoid it. Pass not by it. Turn from it and pass away. Stay away from it. If you see it coming across the street, get away from things you know to be evil, things you know to be ungood. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of the wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is as a shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. Every day you get closer to wisdom, the more your mind opens up and you can see the big picture. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not what they stumble upon. They know not what they stumble, meaning they don't even know what they're tripping over. They're just fumbling around in the dark. That's what wicked people are doing, stabbing at ghosts, hoping that something happens that works. My son, attend to my words, incline thine ears unto my saying. Let them not depart from thine eyes. Keep them in the midst of thine heart, for they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. What are those? Discernment, wisdom, understanding, education, those sort of things. Discretion. All the things he's listed so far, these are the things that make your life better. These are the things that help you out in the long run. A little bit of knowledge goes a long way. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Take care of your heart above all other things. Don't do things that are bad for your heart. Put away from thee a froward mouth, or a downturned mouth, and perverse lips put far from thee. Don't talk trash. Don't cuss every other word. Don't be vulgar. Don't be mean. Don't be hateful or spiteful. Put that stuff away from you. Live in grace. Use wisdom when discussing things with people. Let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee. Look straight ahead. Keep your confidence high and your head up. Ponder the path of thy foot, and let all thy ways be established. Don't just do random things. Consider before you walk. Think before you leap, is what he's saying. Like a fat head? Yeah. Big fat head. My fat head. Anyway. Think before you speak. Think before you act. Ponder the paths of your foot. Think about what you're going to do. Make a plan before you make an action. My mama used to tell me, if you think long, you think wrong. And she's correct. Your first instinct is usually the right one. But make a decision and stick to it. And then consider your steps wisely. Turn not to the right hand or to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. Don't go astray. When you have a path in front of you, when you set out a goal to achieve, you let nothing pull you away from that goal. You stay moving forward all the time. You walk towards the thing you're trying to achieve. Don't get distracted. Don't get confused or knocked off your path. Stay away from evil. Walk towards the right thing that you're trying to do. My son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thine ear unto my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion, that thy lips may keep knowledge, that when you speak, you will speak wisely. Pay attention. Think about what I've said. Ponder on it. Research it. Play it out. Make sure I'm right, and then keep it. For the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Yeah, that's how strange women are. And by this, he means women of another religion, not of another race. So don't be saying that God's racist. He's not. This is talking about people that don't believe in God. That's what a strange person is. And she is sweet and desirable and exotic and beautiful and built, stacked in all the right places. And she speaks so sweet and she tastes so good. But the end result will be to your demise because she will pull you away from your faith. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. Hell being a grave, not being the place where the guy with the red pitchfork and long handles lives. The word hell is translated of one of two things in the Bible. It's either the grave or Gehenna, which is a trash heap outside of Jerusalem where they throw all the trash and it burns day and night. That's their dump. So that's what the word hell means. Don't let that confuse you. We don't sell pulpit stuff here. Go sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here. Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life. Her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them. Meaning as soon as you got life figured out, it'll switch up on you. It'll change, and you'll end up not knowing what you're doing. That's why you need to approach it with wisdom. Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable. Don't ponder the path of life. Live for today is what Christ said. Put no thought into tomorrow. Live for today. Let the dead bury the dead. Let the past be in the past. Live for right now, today. What are you doing today? Get to the chopper, right? Hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Do you understand what I'm trying to get across to you? Cling to the words I'm saying. They're important. Remove thy way far from her, and come not near to the door of her house, the strange woman that is. Lest thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel, lest the strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger, and thou mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed. And then you'd say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof? How did I get here? What did I do to be in such trouble right now? How is it that I'm paying alimony and child support and contempt of court and everything else, and I got to pay for that house that she's living in with this other dude because she got tired of playing house with me? Well, because you strayed away from your religious beliefs and you went into a strange woman's house and she ended up destroying you, which I told you from the get-go not to do. Don't do that. And now, when you're already at the other end of that suffering and madness, now you're asking these questions. What did I do to deserve this? How did I hate being punished so much that I just didn't listen to my dad? And how have I not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me? I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and the assembly. Almost. You almost went all the way. And now you're seeing the error of your ways, and it will be bad. You bet alien women would be cool to hang out with? Yes, Spanish women are pretty sweet. But you shouldn't mate with them. You shouldn't build a family with them. Bill, old T, do yourself a favor, kids. Jake is taking some good stuff, not just reading the Bible and begging for money. Bill, you don't know me, son. And if I was you, and I hope I'm not misreading that. I think I may have misunderstood you there, but I'm not just begging for money, and I'm laying down some truth here, so maybe you should pay attention for a little while, if I read you correctly, and hear what I've got to say. You might learn something you did not know. If I misunderstood that, I apologize sincerely. But it sounded to me like you're being a little facetious there, and that ain't cool. I'm working really hard for the little bit of money that I get, which is not very much. I can show you if you'd like to see it. And hi back at you. And Kendra, good to see you, sweetie. Hey, y'all, we found out 2 days ago Michael's wrist is snapped in 2 places and the bone on the inside of his arm is fractured. Gotta have surgery. That's terrible, Kendra. Lord have mercy. I hope they can fix it. Amanda says, do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? That's what God is saying over and over and over again in this book. That's absolutely right. Very good. And the movie quote. Nice. Here we go. This is a metaphor that is a Hebrewism, and what it means is you remember the old expression, sweep your own back porch before you go messing in somebody else's? That's what this means. Drink water out of thine own cistern, and running water out of thine own well. Don't go looking for it elsewhere. Drink what you have. Provide for yourself. Take care of your own business before you go messing with somebody else's. Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of waters in the streets. Let them be only thine own, and not the strangers with thee. Don't pay attention to what other people have. Take care of yourself with what you have. Live within your means. Don't want outside of what you're capable of achieving. Make you a small nest and then expound it. Don't try to get everything all at once. Well, KC, outer space women don't exist, so that probably would be a no-go. Anyway. Let thy fountains be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Marry the wife of your youth. The first person you fall in love with will be the strongest relationship you'll ever have in your life. Why is that? Because women do this unique thing that other people don't do called imprinting. And when they fall in love with somebody, they imprint their soul onto them. Now, every time they fall in love, that imprinting gets a little bit weaker, and they can only do it about 5 times, and then it goes away forever, which is why sex out of wedlock is so dangerous for women. You should really protect your chastity because it's really the most valuable thing you have. And if you've already lost that ability, I am deeply sorry for that. But there's a reason that you remember that first kiss. There's a reason for that. That will be the strongest love you could ever have. Rachel Floyd, hey, darling. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. A hind and a roe are like deer and cattle. Let her be as the loving hind or the loving cow. Have you ever owned a cow before? You know what I'm talking about. And a pleasant roe. Let her breasts satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. Who are we talking about? Your first love, the wife of your youth. Let her be enough. Let her fill your soul. Let her make you happy. Don't reach outside of that. Don't look for more than that. Let her be the light of your life. That's what he's saying. And always take time to ravish her. That's what God says. Now, anybody think that God's a Puritan? You hadn't read the Bible. And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman and embrace the bosom of a stranger? Why would you do that? Why would you not marry into your own kind? Why would you go outside of that? For what reason? Just to make life harder? Because that's what it'll be. You won't agree on anything. You'll believe different things. It'll always be chaos. Just stick within your own kind. The people that believe what you believe. There's plenty of fodder out there. There's plenty of women that would love to be with a man that's capable and that's earnest and that loves God. Go find one. Stay away from the strange women. Of course, Solomon does not heed this warning himself, but he does manage to tell his son not to do it before he goes out and does it a bunch of times. But it seems like he can preach it, but he can't follow it. Because as you know, he had many wives of many different varieties, and the thing that made his downfall was that he allowed one of his wives to set up idols in the temple of God. And that's a no-no. That was Solomon that did that. The same guy that's writing this letter to his son trying to tell him not to do that. Practice what you preach, old man. For the ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his goings. A God ponders on what you do. He knows every move that you make, and he thinks about it. He knows about it. He understands your movements before you do even. His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. Yes, you are responsible for the sins that you commit, and they will be your undertaking unless you repent. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. This is Solomon saying that if you don't get educated properly, you'll go astray, and you'll probably end up dead because you don't know what you're doing, young man. My son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if you be a good friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the words of thy mouth, thou art taken with the words of thy mouth. If you allow yourself to become entangled with a stranger, you will be pulled down. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. I do apologize. I get a little testy sometimes. Don't bother that. Don't worry about me. I can't read tone, and sometimes I read things and it comes off wrong. I apologize. Thank you for that. Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself. When thou art come into the hand of thy friend, go humble thyself and make sure thy friend. When you find a friend, a person you can rely on, humble yourself. Don't matter how big you are, tough or strong or whatever. Humble yourself before your friend. Make sure that your relationship is solid. Take the time, do the work, whatever it takes to make sure that friendship is valid and that it is a good friendship, because a good friend will last a lifetime. Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. What does all that mean? Well, it's very simple. Don't go to bed mad. Handle your business before you turn away from each other. Why? Because if you go to bed mad, it festers. That's why. Fix it. No matter how long it takes. If you got a problem, solve it. There's nothing worth your friendship. There's nothing worth love. The first love that you have, there's nothing worth that. Nothing more valuable than that. Fix it. Don't be too proud. Don't be too airheaded to know this is a problem you can solve. Thank you, Kendra. Enjoy that bed, and I appreciate you being here. Walter Davis, what's up, my brother? Walter says, hi, Jake, Rachel, Kendra, April, Amanda, Casey, Bill, Lisa Reen. Oh, Lisa Reen. Hey, Lisa Reen. How are you, sweetheart? I didn't see you come in. I had my mind on something else. How are you? Hope you're doing well today. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. This is something that's mirrored by Christ when he says, consider the ant. Think about the ant. The ant is one of the humblest creatures on earth. It's tiny. And by itself, it has no particular ambition or desire or drive. It's just there. It walks around in circles when it's by itself. It can't even find a direction to go in. It'll walk around in circles until it dies. It has no purpose. But if you put that same ant with the army of ants that are behind it, they all walk in a lockstep, in unison, in a straight line towards whatever the goal is and bring it back to prepare their home. Watch what an ant does. Watch how an ant acts with other ants. That's what God says. That's the one he favors. That's the one he wants you to be like. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. Act like an ant, which having no guide or overseer or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of your sleep? When will you open your eyes? Rachel for $4.99. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate the super chat. I'll read it as soon as I can see it. My pole is in the way and I can't make it go away. Mm. Mm. Sorry, Jake. I'm broke too. $4.99 is plenty, sweetheart, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you for that. Amanda says, way to go, Rachel. Thanks, hon. And April says, thanks, Rachel, love. Woohoo. Rachel says, of course, I have very little too. I know the feeling. Walter says, Bill, Jake's been here a long time. Yeah, I have. Too long. Too long. How long will you sleep, you sluggard? When will you arise out of that fog that you're in? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as the one that travelleth, and thy want as an armed man. What does that mean? That means if you're lazy, you will achieve nothing, and you will want every day of your life, and it will be a pain to you, like you're being robbed of life by an armed man. That's what it means. Don't be lazy. Get up. Get up right now. Get up and go achieve what it is you got to achieve, whether it's fold the clothes or wash the dishes or go to work or build the house. Get up. Don't be lazy. Don't let an excuse get in the way. Make it work. That's what that means. A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth, downturned face. He walketh without looking where he's going, is what he's saying. Wicked man doesn't care where he's going. He'll step on whatever's in front of him. He winketh with his eyes and speaketh with his feet, and he teacheth with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. That's what a bad person does. You know anybody like that who just continuously complains about everything, makes themselves a victim all the time, devises ways to hurt people, devises ways to be vindictive about things, being passive-aggressive in arguments and can't come right out and say what's on their mind? People like that, that's what he's talking about. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without a remedy. There won't be any fix for his break. Why? Because he did it to himself. He deserves it. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. Get ready to understand and listen to what I'm telling you, because this is why we're here. You want to know what God wants? These 7 things he absolutely hates. He considers it an abomination to his very being. He's opposed to it. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in ruining and running to mischief, quick to go to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and the 7th is he that soweth discord among brothers. That's the gossiper. That's the backbiter, the one that'll talk about you behind your back. God hates it. He considers it an abomination to be that way. Don't sow discord among your brethren, meaning your neighbors, your friends, your people. My son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Bind them continually upon thine heart, and tie them about thy neck. Oh, we got a $19.99 super chat from April that says, number 1. Way to go. Thank you, April. Appreciate that very much. God bless you. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. What shall lead you? The wisdom that you've learned, the truth of your father's law and your mother's wisdom, or your father's wisdom and your mother's law. That's what will lead you. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee, And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. For the commandment is a lamp. The 10 Commandments, they light the way for you in the world. All of them are interpersonal. They all involve your brother or your neighbor or your God. First 2 are about God. If you follow the commandments, they will be a light to your footsteps. They will light the path so that you can see clearly how to walk and navigate the world around you. If you don't follow them, you will be stumbling around in the dark. Simple as that. The law is light. Keep that light shining bright. And reproofs of instruction are the way of life. What does that mean? When God punishes you, or when your father punishes you, that is the way of life. Am I making it clear? When your parent spanks your bottom because you did something wrong, that is making you a better person. I'm not talking about abuse. I'm not talking about people that go too far, people that don't understand the relationship they have to their children. I'm talking about real parents that love you and want what's best for you. They will chastise you. They will reprove you. And when they do, you are to love them for it, because they only want what's best for you. They only want you to succeed at what they could not. And if they're chastising you, it's because you've done something to break from that tradition of being successful. And they know what you don't know, which is where that will lead to. So reproof is the instruction. Reproof of instruction is the way of life. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of the strange woman, who will tell you all kinds of sweet things and lure you right into a trap. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. You know how they bat them eyes and look at you so sweet, and you're just mesmerized and you're powerless to her charms. Don't let that happen, because she will lure you in and destroy you. For by means of a whorish woman is a man brought to a piece of bread. A woman can lead you on just like she's got a morsel in front of you, and you're just like those cartoons where you used to float up to the apple pie on the windowsill, floating along. That's how a whorish woman can pull you along. And the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. They'll actually go out and actively seek to destroy a good life. We call them home wreckers in my generation. You might call them something else now, but gold digger, home wrecker, you know the type. Don't fall for that. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? No. Nor can you sleep with a whorish woman and not get affected by it, not get burned by her fire. Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? No. So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her, shall not be innocent. If you have a wife of your friend and you find her to be very attractive and you envy him for being with her, and you end up sleeping with her, you are not an innocent person anymore. You have broken a severe commandment. You cannot play with fire and not get burned. Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. That's true. If a person is stealing from me because they're starving to death, I would probably lend a hand and cook them something to eat. I would not be angry that they were trying to feed themselves. But if they were stealing from me because they just wanted what I had, I would hate that. That's what he's saying here. There's a difference between stealing to feed yourself and thievery. That's not what he's talking about. That's the 10 Commandments are translated into English, but they bear some proving out, because some of them, like the word kill, does not mean all killing. It means criminal homicide. It means to lie in wait. The word is phonios in the Greek, and it is a criminal offense. It is to lie in wait or to have malice or to plan to hurt somebody and then go kill them. That's what you shouldn't do. To kill in murder to kill in war or self-defense, that's not killing. Those things are justified. To kill because you have malice, that's what you shouldn't do. So it should say thou shalt not murder, but it says kill. And also same with stealing. It should say thou shalt not be a thief. But if you're starving to death, by all means, get a piece of bread. But a man does not despise a thief if he steals because his soul is hungry. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. If you get caught stealing, you have to pay for it. That's just the way it is. He shall give all the substance of his house, but whosoever committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. They don't grasp the world they live in, because that is a union put together by God. And if you put asunder that which God has put together, woe be unto your soul. He that commits adultery has a lack of understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Womanizers, pay attention. You're destroying your own soul when you do that. Do not take a man's wife, even if she's willing. You walk away from that. That's not for you. There's someone for everyone, but most people are not for you. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. You can't reason with a person who is enraged. You can't barter with them. You can't reason with them. You can't talk to them. They are enraged. And rage is the violence of vengeance. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my laws as the apple of thine eye. Cowboys 8-panel, welcome to the show, sweetie. Bind them up upon thy fingers. Write them upon the table of thine heart. What does that mean? That means, you ever seen the Jewish people, they got a little box on their forehead, and it's got wrapped around their head? Well, there's another version of that where you tie it around your wrist, wear it right here like a little box. Well, what's in that box is a verse, or a piece of the Bible, something that means something to them. And they carry it with them physically. And that's what he's saying to do here. This is a Hebrew thing. We don't do this, but they did this. And he's saying, bind them upon thy fingers so that you see it every day, the laws that I've given you. Keep them, memorize them, learn them, is what he's saying. And keep them in your heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, or my window sill, and beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding. I looked out the window and I saw a dumb kid standing outside, passing through the street near her corner. He went the way to her house, and in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark of night, and behold, there met him a woman with an attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. He followed her because she enticed him. And when he got there, she was waiting on him, dressed up all sexy-like, ready to deliver a little to him. Now, this sounds like a trap, because it is. What's too good to be true is. It always is. But what Solomon is making an example here for his son's understanding is that when a stranger entices you in, there's a reason for it. You're not just her type. They always want something. There's always an angle. You don't just get lucky. That's what movies and songs and TV and poetry is about. It's lamenting the fact that you don't get to do these things in real life, because that's not how real life works. Real life is complicated. Real life is messy. You don't just end up with a 10 if you're a 5. That's not how it works. Funny how that comes into play. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. This is a whore. This is a woman working the street. She's uneducated, she's loud and obnoxious, and she stays outside all day. Instead of being in her home, keeping it prepared for her husband and her children, she's outside working the streets, working the crowd, trying to get money. That's not a good thing. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, in other words, big doughy eyes. She looked at him with those big come hither eyes, and she said, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. Translation, why, I was just walking around looking for Mr. Right, and there you were. And now I found you. Does it sound like a line? Because it's a line. She's totally scamming this guy. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestries, with carved works, with fine linens of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. I'm ready, baby. Don't you want a piece of this? Come, let us take our fill of love into the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love. This is a pitch. That's what she's doing. She's pitching herself to this man, trying to lure him in so she can take what's his. Not because she loves him. She's making him think that, though. See how that works? For the good man is not at home. My husband is not at home. He is gone on a long journey. He hath taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed, meaning he's going to be gone for a while, so we got time to get busy. Come on in. Don't you want to come in? With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. Do you understand what's just happened here? She has lured this man in to be killed. That's what happens when you mess with women you don't know. Or worse, you might just get robbed, but you might wake up with one kidney, you know. Never fall for that. A succubus is a succubus for a reason, because that's not how it works. Love is earned. You work for it. You strive for it. You play the chase game. It's not free. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths. Don't do what this woman in this parable is doing, because it's wrong. For she hath cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, the grave, going down to the chambers of death in the grave. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way, in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entering in of the city, and at the corners, and at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call you, and my voice is to the sons of man. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to reason with you before you get in that position. I'm trying to tell you before you end up in that trap that it's a trap and you should avoid it at all costs. Translation to a modern day, we're talking OnlyFans, strip clubs, webcam girls, you name it, whatever it is. Don't fall for that. That's not love. That does not satisfy your soul. That does not fill you in any way. It's an empty, soulless existence, and it costs you everything in the long run. And there's unforeseen consequences, too. In the case of prostitutes, you might get up with something you didn't lay down with. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for this. This is not the way of God. Unto you, men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom. And ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear what I'm trying to say to you. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. I will tell you the truth. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is no froward or perverse in them. I'm not depressed or oppressive. I'm not perverted or reverted. I am telling you how the world works, if you'll just hear what I'm saying. They are all plain to him that understandeth. Sure, it's easy to understand if you know. And right to them that find knowledge, or adversely, it's a confusing mess to people that haven't figured it out. Receive my instructions and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. These words are more valuable to you than money. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. In wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth do I hate. These are the things that cause you to fear God, to distance yourself from these things. Evil, pride, arrogance, the evil way, doing bad things, or being oppressive or depressive, or saying things that are oppressive or depressive. God hates these things. Don't do them. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. By me, kings reign, and princes decree justice, says Solomon. By me, princes rule and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. That's what God does. In a small way, that's what the king does, but in the larger sense of knowledge, that's what God does. I love them that love me. You want God to love you? Love him back. See how that works. And those that seek me early shall find me, says God. If you seek me now, you will find me. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait till you're in trouble to talk to God. Talk to him now. You'll find him. And then he'll be there when you're in trouble. Don't wait till you're in trouble to call for God. That's right, Bill. Real life is messy, especially with one kidney. Very nice. I like that. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness, says God. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue better than choice silver. What you get from the wisdom I give you is better than all of that gold. Doesn't mean nothing in comparison. I lead in the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. says God. If you will follow the path of God, he will fill you with treasure of value you can't even imagine, of worth that you didn't even know was possible. He will do that, and I promise you. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way before his work of old. Before any of this ever happened, the Lord was with me. What does that mean? Translation, before the foundations of the earth, I knew you, says God. I knew you before you were in your mother's womb. In fact, before I ever started this project, I had you in mind. You personally. You, Amanda. You, Kendra. You, everybody. That's who God was thinking about when he designed this place. You. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or wherever the earth was before it was started, I was set up then. This thing that I'm doing called life. That was all planned before any of this ever got started. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world, before any of this you were considered and you were made. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He created the host. Who's the host? You, the angels. Every being that has a spirit is part of the host. God said to us, let us make man in our image. I'll make Adam and Jesus in my image. I'll make you in your image. I'll make her in her image. You are the embodiment of your image, of your soul. That's what that means. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the foundations of the deep, when he gave to the sea his decree that the waters should not pass his commandment, when he appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was by him, as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable part of this earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. Who do you think he's talking about here? This is a description of what Solomon thinks of his soul, but it is a very close description of Jesus Christ also. Think about that. Think about the double meanings of what we're reading here. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Take it in. Don't push it away. Don't let it go in one ear and out the other. Listen. You can't hear when your mouth is open, so close it and listen. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. That's a fact. Favor can change your life. One person that likes you can make all the difference in the world to your life. If you can gain the favor of somebody richer than you, you won't want for nothing. He'll give you everything because he likes you. No other reason. He's got it. Doesn't mean anything to him, so he'll give it to you. It's fine. Magnum P.I. Think about that movie. He lived in that big house because he was buddies with a writer that didn't live there much. He only had to be there like one day out of the year. The rest of the time it was him. Then he got to drive a Ferrari around. That's favor. That's what God will do for you if you find him. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Is there a living, breathing death cult in the world? Yes, there is. It's everybody that claims there is no God. It's everybody that hates the idea of an almighty creator. They love death. They long for it. It's all they know. Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars, the 7 pillars of wisdom. She hath killed her beasts. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table. She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the highest places of the city. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, Come, eat of my bread and drink of the wine which I have mingled. I made this for you. Come drink of it. Come get some understanding. Come get some clarity. Read this book and you will gain knowledge. Come on. I invite everybody that wants to know. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. Don't cast your pearls before swine. Don't spend time trying to teach somebody that doesn't want to learn. If you want to learn, you're welcome here. If you want to be a nuisance, you'll be out of here immediately. This isn't for you. I won't let you stay here because I don't cast my pearls before swine. I cast my pearls before children of God who want to know the truth. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. 2 wrongs don't make a right. That's what that means. Just because somebody's doing wrong don't mean you should do wrong to them. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. That's right. Show me I'm wrong. Show me where I'm wrong. I'll love you for it. I'll even listen to you occasionally. But you're going to have to come with facts and bring Wheaties, because you're going to need them both. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. That's how you know. Fear the Lord first. That's the beginning. Admitting you know nothing at all, that you're not in control. Give reverence to the Almighty, whatever that may be for you. Give reverence to that. And then you'll be at the beginning, at the precipice of understanding reality. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. You cannot add 1 second to your own life. Not one. Only God can do that. If thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. But if thou scorneth, thou shalt bear it. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. That's a foolish woman. For she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in the high places of the city, to call passengers who go right on their ways. Whosoever is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. What? That's what a dumb person does. We're talking about wisdom being feminine. This is the opposite of that. This is the anti-wisdom that we spoke about last night. This is the opposite side of wisdom, also feminine. Oddly enough, feminine seems to carry all of the traits, good and bad. Isn't that weird? Yet God's a racist, right? Or sexist. Interesting that. What she's saying is that you don't have to work for anything. You don't have to know anything. Steal it. Just take it. You don't have to learn anything. Just mooch off of that guy. He's doing pretty good. Just do what he's doing. That's not wisdom. That's learning behavior. That's not the same thing. That's memorization. That's not knowledge. Just because you can remember what somebody said that was smart and then repeat it does not make you a thinker. It makes you a repeater. And it's not your wisdom. It's his wisdom, and you stole it. That's called secondhand knowledge. And I do my fair share of that, too. I'm not necessarily unguilty of that sin, but a lot of what I say came from my head. That's the difference. I think. I am, therefore I think. I think, therefore I am. But he knoweth not that the dead are in there. Remember that woman that was standing out calling that guy in? The guy does not know that he's walking into the dead man's house. He does not know he's in a trap. He does not know he's being deceived because he himself is uneducated. He doesn't understand the reality of the world. Therefore, this woman has pulled the wool over his eyes and lured him in. Think about that. He knoweth not that the dead are in there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. That's where you will end up if you go into this trap. The Proverbs of Solomon, a wise son maketh a glad father. Amen. But a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother. Amen. Treasures of the wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. If you're righteous, you avoid the spiritual death. You live forever in eternity with the Father. If you're righteous, you have to be righteous. You have to get there somehow. Start by being born again and repenting of all your sins and work on the rest of it. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent he maketh rich. You want to be rich? Be diligent. Do your due diligence. Work hard. Get up every morning and accomplish some things. Set out goals. Be prepared. Educate yourself. Be autodidactic. He that gathereth in summer is a wise son, but he that sleepeth in the harvest is a son that causeth shame. You need to be up and moving when it's time to be up and moving. If you gather in the summer and plant in the fall and harvest in the spring, whatever it is, then you have plenty for the winter. But if you just lay around and do nothing, then nothing happens, and shame comes on your house. Get up and clean your room. Clean your room. Eat some lobsters or something. Something about lobsters. Blessings are upon the head of the just, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. The wise in heart will receive commandments, but the prating fool will fall. He that walketh uprightly walketh surely, but he that perverteth his ways shall be known. He that winketh with the eye causeth sorrow, but a prating fool shall fall. The mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirreth up strifes, but love cover all sins. How many sins? All of them. Love can heal all sins. Love can. Love is of God. Love is God. That's where we're going to stop for today, ladies and gentlemen. We shall pick up next Sunday right here in Proverbs chapter 10, verse 13. Man, what an intense, fantastic, beautiful, informative read that was tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it touched your heart. I hope it causes you much joy. And I hope it makes you reach out with both hands to your Father God and ask him into your life. Ask him to be part of whatever you are. Ask him to educate and teach you, enlighten you, bring you into the fold and make you understand reality. Ask him for those things. He will give it to you. Now, while you're considering all that we talked about tonight, why don't you do me a favor, please, and hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you get notifications of when I'm going to be online. Smash that like button. It's free. It's right in front of you. There's 11 of you and only 9 likes. Come on, give me those 11 likes. I need it. It helps the channel with the algorithms and helps us get recommended to other people. Won't you do that? Please share this video with somebody you love. Better yet, share it with somebody you don't love. Bring them into the family. Make them part of the fold. Be part of their solutions, not part of their problems. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking about. Question me, curse me, bless me, challenge me, confront me, conform me, drink my Kool-Aid. Make your own Kool-Aid as long as you're thinking critical. That's what I want. Critical thought coming from that brain of yours. And hey, if you love the Word of God and you can see the value in what I'm trying to build here, won't you show a little love in the super chats over there? Or if you want to be a member of this great channel, hit the join button. Now, if you want to get more serious, or if you feel led to send tithes, offerings, or love offerings to a humble ministry such as this one, if you want to help us build out and grow stronger and be more effective in spreading the Word of God, and you wish to do that, you can help me out by supporting this channel by going to paypal.me/jakejohnsonband, or if you're a Cash App user, $jakejohnsonband. Every little bit helps. It's a win-win. It's a blessing to me. But it's a blessing to you too, because God notices these things. Now me, I'll do everything in my power to be worthy of that support. I will answer all of your questions and comments, as I always do right now. All right. How was that, ladies and gentlemen? Did you enjoy yourself? Did you learn anything? Do you feel enlightened? Do you feel humble? Do you feel a little bit scared? Do you feel like your brain is leaking out of your head like mayonnaise? Let me know what's on your mind, and I will tell you what I think about it. All right, I'm going to scroll up in the chat and see what I missed, which is apparently a lot. I'm going to start at the super chats. Rachel Floyd for $4.99 says, sorry, Jake, I'm broke too. I hear you, dear. Me too. Amanda says, way to go, Rachel. Thanks, hon. April says, thanks, Rachel, love. Woohoo. Rachel says, of course. I have very little, too. Me, too. April says, that's beautiful, Jake. Thank you, dear. Hearts and blessings. Kendra Wood says, you speak the word of God. That's a blessing. Yes, it is. And I am grateful every day that I have the opportunity and the wherewithal to do so, which is almost certainly a gift from God. I do not take it lightly, and I take very seriously my obligation to speak truth, and I try very hard to do so, and I hope that that shows, and I hope that it helps. Rachel says, I've lost it. Only 26. Times are tough. Times are tough, Rachel, but you know what? You are alive, and you do live in the best times that has ever been. So find something to be happy about. Find something to count your blessings over. I know you can count the curses. They're all around. Try counting your blessings and see how many you come up with. I bet you'll come up with more than you thought you had. You are beautiful, you are strong, and you are loved by this community, and you are loved by Almighty God. What more could you want? Money, right? Yeah, I know. Me too. But April says, Rachel, you've only just begun. Truly, says April. Thank you. Amanda says, 12 in chat and only 10 likes. Come on, y'all. Smash that like button. Thank you. Walter Davis says, true, April. Rachel says, I hope so, April. LOL. I promise you that's true. You're just beginning. April says, heart. Kendra Wood says, y'all got to hit that like button. Come on, support him. Y'all need to support him now. Come on. Don't be a fuddy-duddy. Is that a second $19.99 from April, or is that the first one? Can't tell. Thank you. Number 1, says April. Appreciate it, sweetheart. Merch links in the bio. Amanda says, woohoo, thanks, April. And Rachel says, April outshined me. Nope. It's all a team effort. We're all trying to pull together to make this thing work. It's every little bit that can be done is done, helps us move forward another day. That is a blessing, and I'm grateful. I don't care what the number is. The number is just a number. It doesn't mean anything. The fact matters. You were not outshined. You were equally appreciated. Rachel says, awesome, April. Kendra says, hit the like. Or I hit the like. Thank you, Kendra. Rachel says, kitty face. Is that a kitty face or a smiley face with darts in its forehead? I can't tell which. April says, I love you all, and I love you too, sweetheart. Rachel says, heart, 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 heart. Linda says, big heart. And Rachel says, I love you, April. And Amanda says, heart, 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 April. Kendra says, Jake, you just don't say, you explain it. Thank you. I'm trying to do what I would want done. And I would want, if I didn't know, someone to tell me plainly in English without all the mystery and hoodoo. What does that mean? And that's what I'm trying to do, and I hope that that helps. April says, well said, Jake. Thank you, ma'am. Love you, April, says Kendra. And Amanda says, yes, Kendra, he explains it very well. I love learning from him. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. You make my heart sing. Amanda says, I read that one. April says, love you too. God bless us all. Prayers, hearts, clappies, and mystical hearts. I don't know. Bill says, that's what I'm saying, Kendra. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate you, buddy. And I'm sorry I snapped at you earlier. I misread what you said. I am guilty of that. I can barely see, and when I do see, I'm usually thinking about 15 things, and I just kind of skim it, and sometimes I get it wrong. I apologize. Hook, line, and sinker, says Amanda. That's right. That's what she was doing. Kendra Wood says, I do too. He makes it real, and I understand him. And I was a bad sinner. Bad. I was an addict for 15 years, but I'm clean now, almost 2 years. God bless you, and congratulations for that 2 years of being clean. Let me let you in on a little secret. Me too. Which is why I can tell you it's wrong. I've always asked people, which would you rather, some pencil-necked nerd who has never seen sunlight, pale-faced and geeky with his nose in a book 24/7 to tell you what's right and wrong? Or would you like somebody like me who's been rode hard and put up wet and did just about everything you can think of that was wrong to come back and say, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. You don't want to do that. That's not gonna end well. Which would you rather learn from? Somebody with a little experience or somebody who doesn't really know what they're talking about? It's all book knowledge. That's what's wrong with modern religion. A lot of book knowledge, no real experience. But thank you for the compliment. Amanda says, just keep your focus and stay on the right path, Kendra. That's right. Amen for that. Stay focused, stay upright, and stay moving forward towards God. Absolutely right, says April. Cowboy says, big flower. Is that the kind of flower that squirts in your eye when you smell it? Amanda says, hi, Cowboys. Walter says, hey, Cowboy. Cowboy says, hi, Amanda, and hi, Walter, and hi, April, and hi, Jake. Hi. And Kendra says, I'm tired of that life. I lost everything, including myself. That'll happen, Kendra, but God bless you, and you keep working at it, baby. I know you'll make it. I believe in you, and I trust you, and I'm proud of you. Cowboys 8 pounds says, hi, Kendra, and hi, Bill. And by the way, if you guys haven't been over there, go check out our Facebook page. The link is in the chat. It's a brand new Untethered Live Facebook page. And over there, and also in the description, should be a link to our brand new Untethered Live website. So go check that out and, see what's going on. See what's popping over there. Cowboys 8 panel says, smiley face. And Kendra says, hi, Cowboy. And Amanda says, apropos, I'm just saying, you looked that word up, didn't you? Kendra says, you are making it clear. Thank you. I'm trying. Bible study is awesome tonight. Thank you, Kendra. Amanda says, snake in the grass. Yes, she is a snake in the grass. That woman we were reading, the hypothetical woman, she was a snake in the grass. Bill says, real life is messy, especially with one kidney, boys. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And also, if it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. 2 wise words right there. Kendra says, Amanda, yes. Amanda, sorry, says Kendra. Amanda. Cowboy says, hi, Bill. Amanda says, stuff like that can cost you what truly loves you. It can cost you a lot more than that. It can make your willy fall off. You don't want your willy falling off, I'm telling you. Amanda says, no need to be sorry, Kendra. It happens to the best of us. April says, Cowboy, good to see ya. Hearts and ghost. Is that a ghost? No, that's a smiley face with breasts. What is that? I can't. Oh, well. Kendra says, I'm tired. I've been at the hospital, and I'm so tired. I'm just tired. This is so much right now. Kendra, God be with you. God bless you and have his hands on you, both you and Michael. And you will pull through this. You're both warriors of God. Keep that in your mind and stay strong. Stay strong for him. Stay strong for yourself. God's got your back. You will get through this. Linda Davis says, it's been a tough day physically for me. All my children are finally home, and I'm going to try to get up the stairs and finish listening to this in bed. Good night, all. Well, Linda, you rest easy and enjoy them babies, however old they are, because they're all you got. And once they're off into the future and you're down in the dirt, they're going to be what presses forward in this world. So enjoy every minute you have with them, and God bless you, and get some rest. We love you. We'll see you Wednesday. Linda says, great study tonight, Jake. Thank you. You're welcome. It's my pleasure, honestly. Amanda says, good night, Linda. Kendra says, Linda, I feel you. I care, and I love you. Oh, that's sweet. For all of you that may be having a tough time, just know that you're not alone. Just know that you have friends and you have somebody to talk to and to air your grievances with. And you can contact me anytime you need me, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right here at this email address, untetheredlivestream@gmail.com. That's me. You can contact me anytime and I'll respond. So if you need somebody, reach out. That being said, you are children of God, and you've got this. You can handle it. You're strong enough. You've been through worse, and you'll make it through to the other side, I promise. Rachel says, good night, everybody. Night, Rachel. We love you, sweetheart. See you Wednesday. Amanda says, good night, Rachel. Kendra says, night, Rachel. Kendra says, Jake, you really preached tonight. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I'm just doing what I do. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it ain't, but I do whatever the Lord puts on my mind. I don't give it any thought. I let it come right out. Whatever he says to say, I say it. And I hope that works. Good night, Rachel says, Cowboys. And April says, amen, Jake. And Amanda says, what a read. Great job, Jake. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. Thank you for listening. Thank you all for sticking it out. Cowboy says, yep. Bill says, Jake, nice job. Thank you, Bill. And thank you for being here. God bless you. Colin Hill, the middle. He says, hello, everybody. Hey, Colin, what's up, my buddy? How you doing today? Amanda says, hi, Colin. Uh-oh. Colin says, I found a bunch of scrap cans, not vans. Cowboy says, hey, Colin. Colin says, they were mixed up with old food, but there were hundreds of them. But they were in the dumpsters, and you went in and got them, didn't you? Now you made you a couple of bucks. See how that works? You work hard, you put in the effort, you come away with a little scratch. It's good for your soul. They were mostly beer cans that reeked. They reeked with beer smell. That's R-E-E-K-E-D. April says, woohoo, Jake. Loved it. Yes. Smiley face with herpes, smiley face with breasts and prayers. Thank you. Thank you very much. Colin says, I dug deep into them trash bags, but don't worry, I took a 30-minute shower, right? April says, we love you, and I love you. I do. I love you true. Amanda says, no, I learned it from you. LOL, apropos. It is apropos, and that's a good word. Good word. Hugs, says Cowboys. That's what that is, a hug? Okay, I didn't know. And Amanda says, smiley face with hands on the face. Oh, like this. Okay, well, that's not what it looks like from here. I'm looking up at it, and it looks like a smiley face with katas. Oh, Lord, or oh, LOL, says Cowboys. I don't speak hieroglyphics. I'm working on it. You're lucky I know what LOL stands for. Amanda says, LOL, Cowboys. And April says, Colin, much love, heart, heart, and prayers. And April says, sweet dreams, everyone. May God bless us all. Good night. I love you true. And I love you too. Give Kevin my love and tell him we're thinking about him. I hope you feel better soon. And y'all come see us on Wednesday. It's going to be nice. It's going to be real nice. We're pushing for 1K subs on Wednesday. If you haven't subscribed already, that's on you. You need to hit that subscribe button. Help us get over that hump. I'm ready to make a little scratch myself. I think I put in enough effort. 7 years ought to be plenty. Also, take a minute to answer the poll if you haven't done so already. I need to know. I need some input. Amanda says, I'm also available 24/7 via the Facebook page or Messenger. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate that. So you have options. If you need to talk, we're here. And April says, proud of you, Jake. You're amazing. Beautiful read. Bill, come on back, okay? Night-night, loves. Well, thank you, April. I need that. I need somebody to be proud of me, and I appreciate that. I lost my mother back in 2015, so I don't have a whole lot of that in my life. So it's very nice of you to say, and I appreciate it. And I love you, too, and God bless you, and sweet dreams. And, yes, Bill, come on back if you ever want to try again. Stefan. Hey, guys. What's up, Stefan? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome back. Cowboy says, good dreams, April. And Amanda says, night, April. Colin Hill, the middle, says, you know those brute gray trash cans? I filled 2 of those, and I filled a 55-gallon drum halfway full, so I got about $100 of cans. That's awesome, Colin. I appreciate your work. Good job. And I processed all that tonight. Great. Cowboys 8 panel says, hey, Stefan. And April says, I will tell him. Thanks, love. Thanks. I love you. And I love you too. And God bless you. Amanda says, hey, Stefan. And Stefan says, I missed you guys today. Or we're right here. I'm glad you came. We missed you too. Hit that like button and answer the poll if you hadn't done so already. It's helping inform me as to what I'm doing next, because I'm stretched as thin as I can go at the moment. And I want to produce some new content, but I don't know exactly which direction to go, so you'll help me narrow it down if you answer that question. Stefan says, hi, Amanda and Cowboy. April says, thanks. Same to y'all. Heart, 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 heart. Smiley face with hands. Amanda says, oh, we missed you, Stefan. You can always play it back. It was a great read tonight. Amen. It was great. You should check it out. Colin says, woohoo, he reached the bottom. I did make it, didn't I, Colin? Finally. A lot of hard work, that reading. Okay. I think about it, many people has asked it, is gonna ask it. So what's the results here? So nobody wants movie and TV reviews, and nobody wants me to read more. Got it. But you want some comedy and some satire most of all. And second in line is daily devotionals. Okay, I think I can handle that. Thank you all who participated in the poll. Invaluable information. I appreciate it. I'm going to end the poll now. Good job, everybody. Comedy and satire wins as usual. And probably because there is none in the world right now. It's all not funny. So it's probably a good thing that we have somebody making some of that. I'll try to be funnier. I'm not very funny, but I'll try. I'm mean as a rattlesnake and serious as a heart attack. So sometimes I don't pull funny off very well, but I'll give it a shot for you guys. Stefan says, true, Amanda, I will do. Thank you, Stefan. And Lisa Reen says, I did the book. Thank you, Lisa Reen. And I did the movies, said April. April says, it's a hug, LOL. I figured it out. I'm learning. And hi, Stefan, says April. Cowboy says, you're welcome. Thank you, ma'am. And I will do a little bit of all of that, but I'll do it in the order that it was voted upon. I will do a lot of comedy, and I will do a lot of devotionals, and I will do a little bit of reading and a little bit of movie review stuff or TV review. Depends. It'd probably go like it usually does. I'll probably just talk about it for a few minutes. I probably won't get all serious about it and have images and stuff, but maybe, who knows? It's 9%, not 0, but oh well. I ain't forgot you. I'll give it to you. I got a video that's actually in the works right now that you'll appreciate. It's based on a letter I got once. It's coming. I had to do some thinking on those things, but it's coming. April says, LOL. Amanda says, how did the comedy... But I like the way you do the smart aleck stuff. How did the comedy? Who did the comedy? Cowboy says, I didn't pick comedy. You like the fact that I'm sarcastic and sardonic? Is that what you're saying? I am that. And that's what hyperbole is supposed to be. It's supposed to make you think without giving you too much of the way to think. Like, I'm presenting an alternative view of things that you should see for yourself. And whether you do or not is a different story. And judging by the comments that I got, some people don't see. So I'm presenting things. The whole point of hyperbole is this. I'm trying to answer the question, why has the world fallen? Why is society looking like it's heading for the drain? Well, there is an answer to that, but it's a storied and extensive answer. It's going to take a lot to get to, and it's a big conversation. And so I have to go through it little pieces at the time, and then I'll weave a story together with all of it and then present a big picture at the end of it. So that's the way that's going to work. And I hope that you guys enjoy what I do, and I hope that you understand the sarcasm that I'm putting out, that I'm not really an asshole. I just play one on TV. And I hope that you get that is to make you think about the things that I'm being sarcastic about, to make you understand that there's more to what you're seeing going on. Aye, says Amanda. Lisa Reen says, awesome. Thanks, Jake. You're welcome. It's coming. I hadn't forgot you. I've been working on it. I just got a lot of irons in the fire, and I'm trying to get a lot done, so it's taking me a little bit of time, but I promise it's coming. Amanda says, yes, exactly, 100%. All right. Smart butt stuff, says Amanda. LOL, ass mode. You like that, did you? April says, I love the hyperbole. Well, thank you. Thank you. I like it, too. I'm having a little difficulty with this one, though, because I didn't feel good yesterday, and I didn't get it done. So I'm still working on it, but it's coming. Episode 7 is coming, and it's a deep one. So Lisa Reen says, I actually enjoy the comedy and satire very much. Well, thank you, Lisa Reen. That means a lot to me. I'll keep making them because you guys enjoy it. I kind of worried that I wasn't funny enough to pull it off, or that it wouldn't come across right, but it seems to be, so I'll keep going. Although some people, episode 6 will answer that question, some people did not think it was that funny. So what do you call that when you say you're one thing and then you do the exact opposite of the thing you said you were going to do or wanted? What's that called? I don't know. Anyway. April says, yep, we know that. Thank you, ma'am. Amanda says, tap, tap, tap. I'm waiting. You're waiting for what? And Linda Davis says, my eldest son is 32 and my youngest is 12. Wow. I've been doing this mom thing for a long time, LOL. I hear you. You've been picking up drawers for a long time, ain't you? Well, God bless you, Linda Davis. God bless you. I know that's tough. That's a tough job being a mom. And a good mom is a valuable thing in this world. The most valuable thing in this world. Right next to a good wife. Good mom, good wife. Nothing can hurt you. So do that with pride. You deserve a rest. One of them boys ought to be rubbing your sore feet. Lots. But Hyperbole 7, says Amanda. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. It'll happen, I promise. I don't actually have a schedule, and there's 5 of them coming out back to back. So just watch one of those. I'll get back to it. I don't have a team. I don't have writers. I don't have producers. I don't have people that do special effects. That's me. All of those things. And I have to have a job, too. So, you know. Amanda says, I feel you, Linda. My oldest is 27 and my youngest is 6. I get it. Totally. Well, my oldest is 19 and my youngest is 18, so I got it once. Anyway, twice, if I was lucky. April says, yay. What's that? Your kids are the same age? How is that? They're 10 months apart, because that's how I roll, baby. I wasn't playing around. No, really what happened is I was poking fun at her and she took me seriously. Cowboys 8 panel says, Rose and Downy face, Amanda. What kind of face is that supposed? What does that mean? And Linda gets a sunflower and a downy face. I'm old. I'm old. I got you. Well, you're beautiful, old or not. Beautiful, intelligent, talented, charming, and hypersensitive. I don't think that's how that goes. Wait a minute. Cowboy says, my only son is 36. Wow. You guys are like all good moms. I feel lucky that I'm surrounded by great moms. Maybe this old being by myself thing ain't so bad after all. Amanda says, God bless you, Linda. Oh, here we go. I missed one. Linda says, only 2 of them are my biological children, but I raised 11 of them, plus I had a dozen fosters. You and Walter are way tougher than I'll ever be. God bless you for doing that. That's amazing is what that is. You want to talk about a gift from God. Hats off to you. Unless you're cooking them, then I take back everything I said. You're not cooking them, are you? No, Linda says, I love them all, and they will always be mine. That's fantastic. Yeah, my mom was my best friend. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a mama's boy. She didn't tell me how to live or what to do. Nobody ever has. But she was my best friend, and she was my sharpening block. I sharpened my teeth on her. We combated each other lovingly. I don't have that anymore, so tag, you're it. Amanda says, that's right, Linda. Cowboy says, wow. Yeah, that's putting in the effort right there. That's putting in the hard work. All right, boys and girls, we've made it almost to 10:30, 30 minutes over. See how much I love you? But I am going to turn into a pumpkin soon, so I got to go to bed because I got to get up and go to work in the morning. Work my little fingers to the nubs. Cowboy says, vibrating heart, ice cream cone, and heart. Linda says, nope, I'm still cooking for them, though. Not eating them, though. Just so we're clear. Not eating the children. Okay. Come here, my little pretties. No, I'm just teasing you. I'm teasing. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I love you guys, and thank y'all so much for being wonderful. You mean the world to me. You really do, and I'm so glad. I'm so grateful that we have this community to share and that we can get some Bible in us and have some fun and, learn a little thing or two about each other. That's a beautiful thing. That's something that we just don't have much of in this world. So I'm grateful for you. And I hope that you're grateful for this. And we're going to push it as far as it'll go. I'm going to drive this thing until the wheels fall off. And you can believe that. You have my word on it. Now I must bid you adieu because I'm tired and I'm weak and I want to go to bed, put my feet up. So God bless you all. Have a great night. Thank you, Super Chatters. I appreciate the help, and I will put all that to good use. And April says, wow, a true blessing. Much respect. And Stefan says, good night, guys. Soon work for me. Me too, buddy. Too soon. Coming around the bend. I did get my PayPal approved by Google today. So that means when I finally reach their threshold, I'll actually get paid. So I won't just get to sit and watch the money rise. I can actually go buy groceries with it. So that's a beautiful thing. We're coming along. We're getting there. Anyway, I got to run. So I love you guys. Until Wednesday, thank you for being you. And thank you for taking care of us. And thank you for being so curious and being so interested in what's out there. I'll do my best to be a good shepherd. I love each and every one of you true. May God bless all of you. May his love abound in your lives, and may his grace light your footsteps with that light of wisdom everywhere you go, because wisdom and understanding is what we're all about at Untethered Live. Thanks for being here, and thanks for watching.